Don't go nowhere. It's going to be a good one. Hey, Venom Squad. We're back in the main room today. We're going to shoot some video for you, and we're going to do a kill clip. We're going to do a live feeding. So don't go nowhere. We're going to save it for the end of the video. But today, I want to show you some Bothrops alternatus. I'm going to show you the Urutus and show you how they feed. I want to talk a little bit about them, and we're going to do a cool little video. So if you're new to this channel, hit my little Venomcentral logo and please subscribe. Venom Squad, let's share, let's give the thumbs up for these videos, and let's grow. So don't run off, because the cool stuff's coming. Yo, Venom Squad, today we're going to talk about a different kind of snake. I know you guys have seen some of my pit vipers and a lot of different other things, but I never got in depth with the Urutu. Now, it's a lancehead species, and it's endemic to South America, but it ranges all the way from Brazil and down into Argentina. And it's a really cool snake. It's a beautiful snake, and it's a dangerous snake. It's a short-tempered snake, to say the least. But I'm going to pull a bigger one out. We're going to get a good look at it. I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to do a live feeding. Okay, guys, here we have the Bothrops alternatus, also known as the Urutu. Now, this one is, she's probably about 3 foot. She's still about a year away from being sexually mature and being able to breed. And this is a kind of a more dangerous snake than your normal Bothrops stuff. These things are, I mean, they get agitated quick, and they don't tolerate being screwed with. You can see this one's already rattling its tail. It's telling you it's not happy. But interesting about these snakes is they're often found in sugarcane fields in Argentina, and they're often found in low-lying marshes, and they like humidity. They really like humidity. I was actually just watching a video, and somebody was talking about Urutus and saying how they're a grassland species and don't require the humidity that the other Bothrops require. That's wrong. That's bullshit. These things require humidity, but look at where they're found. Sugarcane fields, decadent forest, I mean, tropical to subtropical forest. It all kind of depends on the latitude that they're found at, so they choose where they want to be. They actually enjoy a cooler, moist habitat. So we keep ours at about 77 degrees and at about 75% humidity. So they get what they need, but we don't keep them wet. We don't mist them, we don't soak them down, we just keep them with a good humidity, and they're thriving. And they're thriving on a diet of rodents. They don't require too much other care than that. They're actually a pretty simple snake to keep. But this snake is venomous as a son of a bitch. Now, I just read some stories about this snake just recently. There was a gal that had she was keeping some venomous snakes in Ohio, and she had some cobras, and she had an Urutu, I guess, and she suffered a bite from an alternatus. And she was able to drive herself to the hospital, and they treated her with crowfat because they didn't know nothing about treating this snake. Notice I got my shield right here in front of me. They didn't know anything about treating a Bothrops bite, and especially an Urutu. And the venom of this snake it's really hemorrhagic. It causes you to bleed internally. So they treated her with crowfat, and it didn't work. But she ended up dying. I mean, this was in 2002 or 2004, I believe. But she ended up passing away. It's a very sad story. I mean, she kept animals in her apartment, and she loved her animals. And from what I read, she took very good care of her animals. But she didn't have a bite protocol in place. She didn't have anti-venom, and she didn't know what she was doing. Even though she was taking good care of her animals, she wasn't taking good care of herself. So it's unfortunate, and she passed from a bite from this animal, from the Urutu. So, and of course the hospitals were running around trying to find anti-venom for it, trying to find out how to treat, and she didn't have the information they needed. I'm not going to mention her name out of respect for the family, but it's just very unfortunate. And this is the stuff that I keep pushing. That get your own anti-venom, have a bite protocol, get this shit in line in case an accident happens. So, anyways, this animal here, now this was produced by a friend of mine, Manny, over at Reptile Lagoons, and I get a couple of babies from him every other year, and now I've got me a little group of them going, and I haven't produced these yet, but we're working on it. We'll be able to start reproducing these here, and hopefully in another year, this snake will be sexually mature. Now, the Urutu can get to be a pretty good sized snake. I mean, it doesn't get as big as your Bothrops, Asper, and some of your other Bothrops, but they can get 4 to 5 foot. And now that's for the females. Females, of course, just like with a lot of your other Bothrop species, females get bigger, heavier than the males. And it's because they end up carrying all them babies, but it's a fascinating little animal. It's a dangerous little animal. But we've got a group of them here, and hopefully next season we'll show you some babies out of these. If we can get it done, which we will, we always do. But now this snake's name, the Bothrops alternatus, and alternatus just referring to the alternations, the alter of the pattern, because it's very broken up, and it just falls into that category of the alternatus. That's how they name it, the alternating pattern. And you can see she's already starting to get a little bit agitated. And we're going to gently put her back. We're not going to take any more liberties with her because she's already getting agitated, and we don't want to push the envelope. So notice I got my shield. I'm going to use my shield to keep her so she can't pop me. And I'm going to lift her on it real gently, like so. And we're going to put her right back into her tub. Okay, and we're going to feed one of these little Bothrops alternatus for you. Now this is a subadult female. She is just now going on, well, she's about 18 months old, but this is her time to get some enrichment and get a live feed. Oh, well, she didn't waste no time. She lit that thing right up. She may bite it again. Let's just see how quick that venom takes effect. Now, the venom of the alternatus, of the Urutu, it's not a whole lot known about it, but it's known to be highly hemorrhagic, and it causes you to bleed internally. Now, there was a girl that was bitten several years ago in Ohio. She was keeping an Urutu, and she got nailed pretty good, and she was bleeding from her brain. And of course, they tried to treat her with crowfab and everything else, and it didn't work. But bites should be treated just like any other lancehead viper bite or any other Bothrops bite with the appropriate anti-venom. But I'll tell you, it's a hot little son of a bitch. But I just want to see how quick it takes to dispatch this mouse. And now normally this snake will strike and hang on. I'm surprised it didn't do that, but I've never fed this snake with a bunch of lights on it, so we'll see how it goes. And that mouse is starting to show signs of envenomation. I'm really surprised she didn't nail it again. And this one's just a youngster. It's maybe 18 months old. It's really not that old. It's just a little subadult. I don't know if she got a really good bite on that thing, but oh no, there it goes. It's dying. And she's just waiting patiently. But what a beautiful animal. Alternatus, actually, you know, it's pretty simple. Alternating pattern translates into alternating pattern. Like I said, this snake, it's not one of your large monster species of Bothrops like the Asper or other ones, but they're known. Females can get good size. Females can get, 4 foot, and I mean, they're supposed to be able to reach almost 2 meters, which I've never seen one quite that big. The biggest one I've ever seen was about 4.5 foot. And true to Bothrops, the females get larger. Males don't get as large as the females. Females get bigger, heavier bodied. like the one I had out earlier, that's a bigger female, and you can see the difference because she's heavy bodied and compared to the male. And this little girl she's thinking about swallowing it alive. I'm really amazed that this mouse isn't dead yet. I don't think she got a really good bite on it. You may have to bite it again, girl. Yeah, this is interesting behavior to watch. She wants to consume it, but it isn't dispatched yet. And then again, it's it can be the most venomous snake. It can be a really mildly venomous snake, and you get a quick kill. Some takes longer. You never know. It's got a lot to do with bite placement, and there's a whole lot of different factors in this. And that poor little guy, he looks like he's about checking out here. Yeah, there he goes. He's going into the death stretch now. Now she's got it right. The patterns on this snake is just amazing. I was going to move this camera and try to get in a little closer as she's swallowing, but it'll end up just spooking her and she'll end up spitting that mouse out. I just want her to eat it without getting disturbed. Okay, let's see if we can move in a little closer on her now. And that's all she wrote. I hope you guys like this video. Just a couple little things about the Bothrops alternatus, the Urutu. It's one of my favorite species of Bothrops. They're just so beautiful, but as you can see that they're dangerous too. They're just a hot little son of a bitch. It's just a dangerous animal. But anyways, you guys don't forget to share. Give us a thumbs up, And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. So, alright guys, this is Willie at Venomcentral, checking out. Later.